Alright, I'm going to do a quick update here. I've got a video on YouTube already for this interlock system. Unfortunately, something happened during my recording, and now for some odd reason it sounds very sped up. It sounds very something didn't do right, so I don't have the original footage, so I'm just going to do a quick update here, just showing the interlock system. I did have a licensed electrician come in. I'm not going to do everything here for you. This is just a quick update. You can watch the other video. I just highly recommend doing it without without sound or something. But this piece right here is essentially what I had them install. They went through and had to lower all of my breakers down so that this top one is my interlock breaker. So what happens is, you see this is connected here and slides a little bit. So this is my actual interlock breaker, this top one, which is for this style. This is a square D style breaker panel. But basically what happens is I cannot accidentally flip this switch over. As you can see, I can't push on it. It will not actually slide up because it hits my main breaker. So what happens in order for me to actually have to engage this when the power goes out is I have to flip my main breaker switch, which would throw this over here to the side. Then I would be allowed to push this all the way up. And as it goes all the way up, it will clear this breaker right here. So then once I flip that breaker on, then that makes everything live again. So essentially, when you've got a storm come through, or if you just need to use this, first thing you do, go ahead and throw your main breaker and push all of your breakers to the off position. Flip this up, and while you're holding it up, flip this breaker on. And then once you start the rest of the process here of starting your generator and all that kind of stuff, what you'll do is you'll eventually just start flipping on the breakers that you need. You know, if you want to leave the range off, the HVAC off, AC off, water heater off, you know, those are some very high drawing items right there. Depending on your size generator, you might not be able to power many of these or any of those. But if you come down and you start hitting all these, you know, bedrooms and bathrooms and all that kind of stuff, you can at least have functioning lights and all that kind of stuff. Now the generator that I have basically a 10,000 watt Generac generator, so I can power everything. This is a small unit. I live in a condo kind of townhome style place, so I've got a fairly small place that I'm living. I can power all of these, but what happens is if any of these accidentally come on at the same time, then it's really going to bog down. So I can power all of my electrical outlets, my lights and everything, and then kick on certain things one at a time. You know, if I need my water heater on for a certain amount of time, I'll have the AC off, the HVAC off, range off, whatever, and I'll just turn on the water heater. Then when that's done, I can turn that off, and I can actually power my AC for this small of a house running off of the generator. But this is kind of just my main point that I wanted to show you here was this. That's kind of the main function there. Then this comes in through here, comes all the way down to my box here. This is a Generac. This is the plug here. So on the underside of it, it's got this little dust cap right there. Pull that down and you can see that that's where the generator cord plugs in at. So for me, I was able to put this right down below here, and then I'm located in my garage, and like I said, this is a fairly small setup. So I bought I believe it's a 40-foot Generac, or actually I think I even went with a different brand cord, but essentially here's my generator cord. I went with Reliance on the cord, but basically you take this, plug it into the bottom there, run the other end here out to my generator, and You got to go through the proper channels of getting things turned on in the proper order, but basically very smooth setup. Get your generator outside, well away from the house. They recommend 5 feet. I try to go 10 just to be safe. But electrician, sometimes I got a pretty good deal because I knew the gentleman that did it. But I've heard they're anywhere from $250 to $500 and some to have them come out and do this. Now, if you don't have enough spaces, then you got to get a new panel. Then you start getting into some pretty major cost. All he had to do for me was move all of these down, and that way we could have that installed on the top. So if you got any questions, comments, or anything, post them below. Sorry for that other video. The quality's not good as on the sound, but just wanted to do a quick update here for you. Thanks for watching. Take care.